Hollywood loves a good remake, and while some fall flat, others manage to outshine the originals. Whether it's through modern technology, fresh perspectives, or stellar performances, these remakes took classic films and made them even better. Here are 12 film remakes that not only did justice to their predecessors, but actually surpassed them. John Carpenter's The Thing is not just a remake of The Thing from Another World, 1951. It's a complete reimagination that makes the original look like a pleasant, albeit frosty holiday in Antarctica. The '82 version took the B-movie vibes of the original and added depth, terror, and some of the most stunning practical effects that make modern CGI look like a kindergarten finger painting. Plus, Kurt Russell in a snowbeard? Yes, please.
All right, get whatever the hell you are!
Anyone messes with me and the whole camp goes.
The original Ocean's 11, 1960, was less of a film and more of an excuse for the Rat Pack to hang out in Vegas. Fast forward to 2001, and you have an all-star cast that includes George Clooney, Brad Pitt, and Julia Roberts, giving us a stylish and witty heist movie that redefines the genre. It's like comparing a stale sandwich to a 5-course meal at a Michelin star restaurant. You can't help but admire the audacity, the suaveness, and the sheer entertainment value of this remake.
At least a dozen guys doing a combination of cons.
10 ought to do it, don't you think? You think we need one more? You think we need one more? All right, we'll get one more.
Yes, the iconic Scarface was a remake of a 1932 film of the same name. And yes, it surpassed the original. It took the Prohibition-era story and updated it to the coke-fueled excess of 80s Miami. Al Pacino's Tony Montana is a walking, talking, shooting embodiment of the American dream gone terribly awry. It's violent, brash, and utterly mesmerizing. It's like comparing a high school play to Broadway.
You going to give me the cash? Or do I kill your brother first? Before I kill you.
Why don't you try sticking your head up your ass? See if it fits.
David Cronenberg's The Fly took the original 1958 film, chewed it up, and spat it out as a gruesome body horror masterpiece. The tale of a scientist who accidentally merges his DNA with a housefly during a botched experiment has never been more terrifying. Jeff Goldblum's transformation from a brilliant, eccentric scientist into a grotesque human-fly hybrid is unnerving, shocking, and an exemplary display of practical effects. Like swapping a paper airplane for a fighter jet, the remake soared above the original.
I want to know what's going on.
What does the disease want?
Wants to turn me into something else.
Oh, no.
A fly got into the transmitter pod with me that first time when I was alone.
Don't go back to it.
Could be contagious.
Martin Scorsese's The Departed is a masterpiece, an epic crime saga that's as thickly layered as Boston clam chowder. It's actually a remake of the 2002 Hong Kong movie Infernal Affairs, but Scorsese took that well-crafted cop drama, doused it in a potent mix of Irish-American identity, Bostonian accents, and a star-studded ensemble, then let it simmer to a boiling point of tension and drama. With a lineup that includes Leonardo DiCaprio, Matt Damon, Jack Nicholson, and Mark Wahlberg, the film outshines its predecessor in terms of sheer storytelling, character depth, and plot complexity. The authenticity of the setting, combined with Scorsese's direction, lifts The Departed to a level the original never quite reached. It's not so much a remake as it is a redefinition.
Do you have anyone in with Costello presently?
Maybe. Maybe not.
You better get organized, quick.
Hey, last time I checked, I tipped you off, and you're not in jail.
Smell a rat.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers. While the original 1956 movie is widely regarded as a classic, the 1978 remake directed by Philip Kaufman stands as one of the most successful reinventions of an original concept. Keeping the central idea of alien pods replacing humans with emotionless duplicates, the remake added a layer of psychological horror that elevated the film to new heights. It's like the original served up a delicious hamburger, and then the remake came in and turned it into a gourmet cheeseburger with a secret sauce of palpable fear and deep-seated paranoia. The exceptional performances of Donald Sutherland, Brooke Adams, and Jeff Goldblum helped drive the narrative with a more nuanced approach, making the overall viewing experience more chilling and impactful.
Sleep. Sleep. From deep space. Sleep. The seed is planted. Sleep. Sleep. Terror grows. Sleep. Matthew! Matthew! Matthew!
The original True Grit from 1969 was a John Wayne Western that fell into the trap of being too, well, John Wayne. The 2010 remake by the Coen brothers, however, brought new life and depth to the story. The performances from Jeff Bridges, Matt Damon, and Haley Steinfeld are nothing short of spectacular. In particular, Steinfeld's portrayal of the hard-nosed, revenge-seeking Matty Ross is more complex and engaging than Kim Darby's version in the original. The Coen brothers' version has a grittier feel, pun intended, and a more authentic take on the classic Western's rough and tumble reality.
Marshal Coburn? Can we depart this afternoon? I'm going with you.
Congratulations, you've graduated from marauder to wet nurse.
We're being followed.
What do we do, Marshal?
A Star is Born. All right, we're kind of cheating with this one, given that A Star is Born has been remade not once, not twice, but 3 times. However, the 2018 version, directed by and starring Bradley Cooper alongside Lady Gaga, arguably outperformed them all. It took a well-worn story and gave it a fresh, raw, and heart-wrenching spin. Cooper and Gaga's performances brought a sincerity and depth that made the familiar narrative feel new. The emotions are more palpable, the music more engaging, and the drama. Well, let's just say you might need a box of tissues handy.
What are we gonna do? You come sing that song that I love.
No, I can't do that.
Here we go.
It's not funny. Jack.
Look at me. All you gotta do is trust me. That's all you gotta do.
The riveting crime thriller Heat, directed by Michael Mann, is actually a remake of a TV movie called L.A. Takedown that Mann himself directed in 1989. Imagine a chef reworking their own recipe, but this time they've got a dream team of Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and Val Kilmer in the kitchen. From the iconic coffee shop scene to the intense shootouts, Heat is a grander, more sophisticated, and better executed version of its predecessor.
He's here. I can feel it.
A driven detective.
You search for the scent of your prey, and then you hunt them down. That's the only thing you're committed to.
It keeps me sharp, on the edge, where I gotta be.
George A. Romero's original Dawn of the Dead, 1978, was a horror classic that used zombies as a metaphor for consumerism. But when Zack Snyder got his hands on it in 2004, he gave the slow-moving horror flick an adrenaline shot straight to the heart. Snyder's version swapped social commentary for relentless action, fast zombies, and unapologetic gore. It was like trading a leisurely bicycle ride for a white-knuckle motorcycle race. Plus, the remake gave us that nail-biting opening sequence, arguably one of the best in zombie movie history.
Vivian's here.
Vivian, honey, sweetie, are you okay?
Little Shop of Horrors, 1986, is a remake of the 1960 film, but with a significant twist. It's a rock musical. It transformed the black comedy into a delightful romp with catchy tunes, endearing characters, and a killer plant from outer space. Rick Moranis' portrayal of the bumbling, kind-hearted Seymour is infinitely more engaging than the original's version.
You'll be a dad. You have a talent
Closing out our list is Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear, a remake of the 1962 film. Scorsese took the well-crafted suspense of the original and infused it with his distinctive style, creating a relentless and unnerving thriller. Robert De Niro's portrayal of the tattooed, cigar-smoking, vengeful convict Max Cady was as charismatic as it was terrifying, putting the original's rendition in the shade. Scorsese's remake was not just a simple cover song. It was a remixed, remastered, and reimagined masterpiece.
What was he in prison for?
He raped a 16-year-old girl. I was his lawyer, his public defender.
Your clientele. What does he want with you?
He's just trying to bug us, just messing around.